What's up, guys? So I just realized that like right now they just updated. Okay, so here we go. We've got a pre-notice before they update, monster balancing and improvements. So I have not yet read any of it. We're gonna go through and break down each one. So hopefully this does actually change quite a bit. I'm on my computer at the minute, but I do have the actual skills pulled up, like the current skills pulled up for all of these monsters. So if we need to go look and see what they're actually changing from what to what, then we should be able to do that as well. So okay, so we've got, first off, we got all of the Anubises are getting changes. So the water, the wind, and the light are getting their brand. Their brand of hell is actually being changed to add another effect where the damage increases as the enemy HP decreases. Now, I don't think this actually will do anything. This really shouldn't, make a huge difference. So I think, yeah, this isn't going to do anything for them. But it's an interesting touch. I'm looking at these, and nothing is really changing that much. Maybe the fire one gets a little bit, better because it's proportionate to the caster's max HP. Okay. Alright. Interesting. As we go down, we notice that the light Anubis gets recovery amount increased by 25%. So if you guys aren't familiar with the light Anubis, I believe he is the one where he revives all of the allies. Well, no. Okay, recovers the attack bar of the ally with the lowest attack bar. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. Oops, sorry. The Anubis, yeah, is the one that has the full team revive. And it is a massive cooldown time of 13 turns. Now they're reducing it by 1 turn, or to 12 turns, so that's good. And of course, they increase their recovery amount by 25%, which is also a big improvement as well, because currently they only revive with 20% of their HP, and it's kind of poop, but oh well. As we move down, we've got the light vampire. The effect changed, so the passive effect has been changed. Remember, I believed that the light vampire was very weak as it was. Some people really liked the light vamp. I really don't think he's good, and they changed his passive, so that's very interesting. So let's look. When receiving fatal damage, which means it's about to die, or it's going to die, decreases the HP of all other allies by 10% each, and recovers your HP by the amount of the decreased HP. So this is kind of like an opposite of Huadam. Instead of sharing HP to keep monsters alive, he's basically taking HP from all of the other monsters to keep himself alive. So again, kind of like an opposite passive skill of Huadam, and that could be good in certain situations. I'm curious as to see how that will be used, since he still has the same skill sets as Vertihill, which, I guess he could be a nuker and maybe be useful for Guild Wars. That's interesting. They really buffed the Yeti from 25% attack bar increase to 30%. That's going to be annoying, quite annoying for when we get into like TOA. The Frankenstein, the water one, got a buff when attack with a critical hit increases. Okay, so the attack bar got increased for all of you people that use them. That'd be nice. Okay, so now we're starting to get into the natural 5 stars. Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix, of course, another one that people see as kind of bad. I also see it as the weakest Phoenix. The damage increased for the 3rd skill. It's increased by 14%, and they changed it. So instead of 3 continuous damage effects for 2 turns, they changed it to heal block and put on brand for 3 turns. So that actually will be a Rift monster. That's interesting. Light Beast Hunter, they changed it so it's not proportionate to max HP anymore. Still kind of poop. Water Dragon. Wow. Okay, so they changed the Water Dragon. Damage is increased by 20%. That's alright. Okay, he's not really a damage monster. And then they changed his 50% chance, which fully skilled, it's 70%. I'm not, saying anything against that. They changed it to 60%, so now it's an 80% chance on his 2nd skill. That's ridiculous. Alright, that is ridiculous. The Dark Dragon, I believe that's his 3rd skill. I can double check for you guys right here. They increase the damage by 13% because he is known to have pretty weak damage. No, that's his second skill. His second skill was increased by 13% for damage. I mean, it's his third skill that kind of needs a bit of increase in damage. And then, of course, ooh, okay, so the Water Dragon, absolute 0 damage proportionate to attack power, is now proportionate to defense. Oh my gosh, that is huge. If this has good multipliers, this could be used outside of TOA, because I don't need Verad much anymore for TOA now that Arya is out. And, oh my god, no. No! Oh my god, what are you guys doing? Oh my god. So not only does he reduce the attack bar of all of the enemies, he now, oh my god, he now freezes them. That is, oh my god, that is stupid. That is stupid. I don't know why they're doing this. They're turning Verad into like one of the biggest badasses there is to be around. That is so stupid. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not complaining. I have Virad, but why? Why? He's already OP. Why are you guys doing this? Oh my god. Okay, so now the Dark Dragon, third skill, guaranteed critical hit for 100% chance. They're changing it to where its critical damage is increased by 100%. That is a huge one. That is a huge one, because now, let's say you get the crit rate, because the crit rate is not that big of a deal, especially because I'm pretty sure, okay, no, he awakens into resistance, that's still poop, but that is a big deal because his damage multipliers are low, which means if it's critical damage increased by 100%, that is massive, okay, that's like a slot 4 rune, and extra, that is going to really, really scale his damage up there. So if they keep the multipliers the same, which they are, if you can get his crit rate up there, that's going to be a lot more damage. That is a good thing. I think that's good. All of the Elven Rangers got buffs. All of it is just increasing in damage, which it doesn't really matter. The only one that really matters is the dark one. The Water and the Dark Sky Dancers got a buff. Okay. I think the Water one's the main one that people really wanted to see a buff in. The damage is increased approximately, quote unquote, by 10%, which is going to be great for Rift. Alright. And then Sky Dancer, the light one, it got another buff. So, oh, okay, so now they replaced the skill. So they're changing the Blade Fan. I'm going to pull up the Light Sky Dancer here. I think the Light Sky Dancer is actually quite an interesting monster. A lot of people don't like her, but I think she's actually pretty interesting. So I'm pulling up, her name is Yuan Hong. They're changing her Blade Fan to actually be a heal. So instead of attacking the enemy 3 times to remove beneficial effects, you're going to recover all allies and increase the attack bar for 2 turns. So basically that's the same as Chasun, which is it's proportionate to the max HP. Okay, I guess it depends, because, the Fire Sky Dancer has it proportionate to attack power when you awaken her, and then Chasun has it proportionate to max HP. I think it should still be the max HP one, because in order for it to be proportionate to attack power, you have to awaken into it, like the Fire Sky Dancer. A little complicated, but I think there's going to be a huge buff to Yuan Heng, because she can make your team go really fast, like just keep going, because she's always, increasing the attack bar of a target ally to the fullest amount. So this is a big deal. I think the Light Sky Dancer just got a huge boost in her effectiveness. So the Dark Sky Dancer also changed from the heal to Blade Fan, which is actually, it makes sense because she's a damager. She's got a really powerful third skill, and then of course she also has really high damage with that third skill. So it makes sense that she would have a high damage second skill. Okay, so then the Dark Sky Dancer, Dagger of Grudge. Ooh, that is unconditionally ignores defense. So now this is kind of like stepping into Lucian territory. I don't know how I feel about that. That's quite scary. That is quite scary, because most of the time you can get rid of those things before they start ignoring defense, because it's only if they're below 50% HP, but now it's all the time. That is scary. Okay. The Water, Wind, and Light Kobold Bombers have increased bomb damage. Alright. The Fire and the Dark Kobold Bombers increase damage, and then also inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns with a 25% chance. I mean, that's alright. I mean, it's not really changing much about them. I got Fire 1 built up. I'm not really too impressed by it. The Water Kobold Bomber, they changed it. So now It inflicts a harmful effect with a 75% chance. Okay, so they did it to all of them. The water, the fire, the wind. Okay, so the water, the fire, the wind. So the main attribute types for their respective ones. The water one, it increased it to an 80% chance. So just to I'm gonna pull up on my account here to give you guys an idea. It is a 75% chance, and then you can awaken you can skill up 20%. So it's going to be 95% chance. But now they're putting it to just a straight out 80% chance, so you can skill up the harmful effect to 100% chance. That is great. That's definitely a buff. Not a big one, but definitely a buff. And then the other ones, it's continuous damage, harmful effect, yada yada yada. They just increased it to 100% chance, which is nice. And then they step into the wind and the light territory. The light and the dark territory, where they increased the effect rates on those two from stunning with a 50% chance, 60, 75 to 100, yada yada yada. Alright, moving down, we've got the water and light Hell Lady. So this is the water one as well, so hopefully we can see a buff on this one. Number of attacks, 1 time. They switched it to 3 times. So if we pull up the water Hell Lady for that gouge attack, you'll notice that is actually her second skill. So this is supposed to be it's really weak attack. The Hell Lady makes good use of it because she sets herself up for it, but it's a weak attack. They're changing it to not attack 1 time but 3 times, which increases the damage. But I think, so it also inflicts continuous damage for 1 turn with each attack with a 35% chance. So you can increase the damage as you go along, because as you add continuous damage, the power gets higher. But it's only one time, so as soon as the continuous damage is on the monster, you'll deal more damage. And then the damage is increased by 18%. Okay, makes sense. That's definitely improving on the skills. Wow, Light Hell Lady is going to be really powerful now. Okay. Water, wind, light, Nine-Tailed Fox's damage is increased, and then they also excessive healing will be converted into a shield that lasts for 2 turns. Wow, okay. Alright, now we're talking. The fire and the dark Nine-Tailed Fox for their sleeping skill is so instead of having the 50% additional accuracy, you instantly recover a turn when the enemy is put to sleep. Let's hope they keep the good AI. Otherwise, they're just going to reawaken them, and that's going to be a bitch. But I don't think no one really uses the Fire or Dark Sky Dancers, other than, of course, using it for, Necro. But it's kind of, you want to step away from that. Okay, so the Water Nine-Tailed Fox, she is a Dispeller, so on this 3rd skill, damage is increased by 11%. Very nice, okay. The Fire one, brand the target every 5 attacks. Brands the target with each attack with a 50% chance. Okay. I see what they're doing here, guys. I see what they're doing. So the Fire Nine-Tailed Fox, what she would do is she would attack 5 times. I can pull her skill set up here. She would attack 5 times, right? And then she would recover by 50% of the damage. And then after it, you would put on a branding effect, right? So instead, they're having you attack 5 times, and each attack has a 50% chance to put on a branding effect. That makes sense. That seems alright. It's not really going to change much other than the fact that, you're dealing damage to the Necro boss, and, you're going to be able to put on branding effect more, I guess, concretely, because it's per attack, it's not just, towards the end. Light Nine-Tailed Fox Reincarnate increases your attack power and defense for 3 turns. Okay. They changed it. Oh, okay, they changed it. So instead of increasing your attack power and defense for 3 turns, you now permanently increase your attack power and defense by 50% each time you use the Reincarnate skill for the Nine-Tailed Fox. That could be good. That could be really good. That is kind of like a worse version of the Fire Monkey King. It could be good though. It could be good. I guess we have to test it out. But it could be good. Then the Archangel's 2nd skill for the Fire in the Dark one, the punishment, damage increased. I didn't really think the damage needed to be increased, but yeah, okay. And then Archangel now provokes on every single attack. I mean, I thought the Dark Archangel was pretty decent, but I guess, you know, they definitely think he needed a buff, and now he's actually pretty good now that he can provoke. And he's a defense-based damager, so he could really do some damage there, you know, provoking all of the enemies, you know, maybe on Theomars and stuff like that. Let's just hope they don't violent proc. Okay, so now Awakening effect of the monsters have been changed, the Dark Sky Dancer and the Light Vampire. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Right. Oh, okay, they had to because they changed their skills. So the Light Vampire now, it used to be effect resistance increased by 25%. They're now changing it to skill augmentation, right? Critical hits will stun the enemy for 1 turn. Oh! And the damage is proportionate to attack power and attack speed now. Oh my god. What did they do? The Light Vampire is actually pretty freaking good now. Okay, that's ironic because we just made a video calling him the worst natural 5-star. Now, I'm not shitting you guys. This could be really good. He stuns on every critical hit, like Varus, the Dark Griffin, and he also deals damage proportionate to attack power and attack speed. That is pretty freaking scary. Actually, I'm dead serious, guys. That's pretty bad. Like really, really dangerous if you know how to use him, and you can't kill him because he pulls HP from his other monsters. That's dangerous. Okay, so now they changed the Dark Sky Dancer to skill augmentation. They changed it, removes beneficial effects with a 50% chance. They changed it to 100% chance. Alright, I guess. I mean, the Dark Sky Dancer is starting to seem like a very, very lethal woman, alright? And then the AI, they improved the Nine-Tailed Fox AI, and I guess they're just changing it to be used in situations with decent HP, so that way she'll use it more often to increase her attack power and yada yada, like that kind of thing, attack power, attack speed. And then they balanced some of the skills of the monsters. The Yeti fixed the issue of the attack power increasing multiple times. Okay. So they're basically fixing a bunch of these different things. I'll go over the natural 5-star ones. If you guys want to go over the 4-star ones, you can as well. So the Occult Girls, all of the Occult Girls, they fixed the issue of the skill activating against targets whose beneficial / harmful effects are at full capacity. Oh, okay, so like basically if they have 10 harmful effects, they can't be put to sleep, right? Dragonite, the Light Dragonite, then again the same thing. And then the Light Dragon fixed the issue of the HP being used even when being under invincibility effects. So now the Light Dragon, Zerath, will not lose HP for his Armageddon if he's under invincibility effects. I don't know how that's going to deal with damage because it deals damage proportionate to the amount he's lost. So maybe if he's under invincibility effects, it won't do any damage because it's 0 damage. I don't know how that's going to work, or maybe he just won't lose damage, but it'll still do, or he won't lose HP, but it'll still do the damage. We'll have to see and test it out. Water Panda Warrior changed to lose HP equivalent to the damage dealt to the target. So if the target is under invincibility effects, no HP will be lost. The skill effect will be reduced by 20% to 15%. Okay, so now this is going to be more effective against boss enemies. Sorry about the rambling there, but this is going to be more effective against boss enemies because it used to be reduced by 20% damage to the bosses. Now it's 15%. So that's not bad. And then, of course, Kobold Bomber Water, the skill 2 effect, when you level it up, they increase it from 5% to 10%, because when you skill up his first time on the second skill, it only increases by 5% damage, so it's going to be 10% now. So that's a little bit more damage for that. And then, of course, they buffed Wadum, and oh no! Wadum passive no longer is passable through continuous damage effects. What does that mean? You used to be able to kill enemies through dots, and Wadum's passive wouldn't cover them. It's no longer the case. Now, yep, you guys know. Now he protects every single thing. If an enemy is about to die, he will share 30% of his HP. Alright, well, there you guys have it. That's the buffs. That's the list of buffs. All of them, check them out yourself. Read them over if there's something I missed, because I wanted to cover the big ones. A lot of the 3 stars, I don't think they're still viable, but you know, you can check it out for yourself if you think so. I think the true winner of all of this, the Dark Sky Dancer, big change. Definitely the Light Sky Dancer too. The both the Light and Dark Sky Dancers. I'm really glad they're improving the Light and Dark counterparts. The Light Vampire. Oh my god, incredible! And then of course my boy Verad, the Water Dragon. That is insane. What they just did to him is absolutely insane. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it. It's just, I don't know why they buffed him. He's so good already, and now they just made him even more lethal. It's like, what are you guys doing? I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away with what they're doing with Verad, the Water Dragon. I think they're trying to build him into like kind of like a powerhouse, kind of like Zyros, but now he is very viable in Arena now, if his damage is okay, because he reduces attack bars and he freezes with that third skill. Oh my god! Alright, well, before I get into a fit, I'm going to leave you guys. Let me know what your guys' favorite buff on this one is. My favorite by far is the long-awaited Light Vampire one. Now, the one that affects me the most, of course, is the Water Dragon, so I'm going to have to say my favorite is also the Water Dragon one. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Stay tuned for this update, because it's going to be a big one.